Today we are speaking with somebody who embodies what it means to be an entrepreneur.
Valor gear wasn't intended to last more than a month or two.
He has proven that success is more than just an idea, it is an execution, it is resilience, and it is a vision. Please welcome the founder of Valor Gear, Vrimo Milad.
Yo, welcome back. I don't really believe people who say focus on one thing. I found a blue tick marked guy and someone with 3 million followers texting me. When does that happen? When does that happen?
What challenges have you faced?
I like to call it the best of the worst. 101%. It's very depressing. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. And behind camera, I was hearing people while we were shooting testimonials talking about it was a dream given to me and I wanted to finish it.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another video on the JGK podcast. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Today we are speaking with somebody who embodies what it means to be an entrepreneur. He has launched multiple businesses, each one bringing something fresh and new to the table. But what really stands out is his current brand that he has built is not just about clothing, it is about quality and making a statement. From launching a business that helps brands at events stand out and hosting conversations that inspire, he has proven that success is more than just an idea, it is an execution, it is resilience, and it is a vision. But every great entrepreneur does have a story, and today we are here to get his. Please welcome the founder of Valor Gear, Vrimo Milad.
Yo, welcome back.
Hi, Vrimo. So we know you've already done a podcast, but
Yes.
you have made so much progress from the first time we saw you.
It did.
And it is an honor for me to be a part of that journey because I did meet you around about the time when you started applying for Gladiator Summit.
Yeah.
And now I've been able to be a part of your journey, which I am so happy about.
Me too.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and about your journey and how far you've grown since the first podcast you did on this channel.
After the podcast, not so long after, we had the Gladiator Summit, of course, and Valor was so happy to be the official supplier for the Gladiator Summit. We supplied over 400 polos and t-shirts. It is the best, and I believe it is so far the best thing that's ever happened to me in my business venture. Mr. Dariush reached out to me in the most unexpected time and place and out of nowhere, and it all leads to this place. Right after the Gladiator Summit, I actually got in touch with majority of the people that were there. I was so social with people there, and it wasn't really staff member. I was both staff and guest, so I was so cool just meeting people and then going backstage, meeting the speakers, and that led me to even further business. So because of the Gladiator Summit, it led me to better businesses, and all thanks to God, of course. Now, with what I'm doing now is the Junior Gladiator Kidpreneurs, so I'm so glad to be one of the mentors there. And Valor Gear is also the official supplier for the Junior Gladiator Kidpreneur. We supplied all their polos, their flyers, their workbooks, their banners, anything printed technically, their bags, tote bags. And it's an honor, really, and working with alongside Miss Angela on a weekly basis is amazing.
Agreed. And also, you'll never believe where my hoodie is from. It is supplied by Valor Gear. What a coincidence. It is amazing quality. I can say that myself. I love it. Thank you very much. And also,
most welcome.
It was free just for me. It was free. So
yeah, don't take it as a regular thing.
Love that. But let's start from the very, very beginning. Even before Valor Gear was started, what was your journey like? Did you always know that you wanted to be an entrepreneur from a child? Was that always that's what I want to do?
Not really, no. No one from my family is an entrepreneur or even a businessman. They may have some experience in business, but it's not like anyone is experienced enough to start their own. What really came up to me is that I liked the idea of convincing people to hand me something and I hand them something in return. And surprisingly, it worked really well. I'm terrible at sales, by the way. I've tried it. I'm not that good at it at all. I don't recommend it for people. But what it did work out for me is bringing new ideas to the table. Now, I've never liked engineering. I've never liked anything regarding building. But my first business was the mechanical keyboards, Clicks keyboard. When I officially sold it, the only solution I had in mind was I need to make more. I need to do more of that. Now, this is something, first time I'm saying it on this podcast. Valor gear wasn't intended to last more than a month or two. Purposely.
Tell us about that. Why?
My idea of starting a business was, and that's a business that came up to my head, is that I want to start a business, build the branding, and then sell it.
Oh.
So that's what I wanted to do. And when I started Valor Gear, I had no intention of getting any profit because I didn't get any profit the first time.
Oh my God.
So it was just going on as, okay, I have a nice logo, let me just keep it that way. And, let God lead the way. But surprisingly, the first couple of orders I got were from out of the country because I used to work in an esports team, and I used to own an esports team.
Oh. It's
called Orb Esports. And I sent majority of my team players there some jerseys with our old Valor logo on it. And from that point on, I'm like, can you imagine if there are people that you've never met face to face or even know that are wearing something that you made? I mean, you see people making custom bracelets, custom necklaces, but what if you're wearing a t-shirt or a whole jersey or a pant or a hoodie that's made by someone, and it's made by someone that's special to you? Now, my target isn't really working with just people I love that I'm doing right now. I want to work with strangers as well.
Yeah.
But I want to build a connection with them too. So that's what I did with Valor Gear. I took it further. Started finding suppliers here in the UAE. My intention was shipping worldwide, but I decided to start piece by piece because I always jump. I never do steps by steps. I can skip step 3, I can skip step 4. But with Valor Gear, I wanted to do it the right way because I saw opportunity in it, and it was a dream given to me, and I wanted to finish it. And especially as someone who has atopic dermatitis, who suffers from polyester infections and stuff like that. Other people who don't even have it as a diagnosis should be protected and safe using cotton. So that's why I sort of took it more seriously than others ideas that I had before.
I think that's where you get your passion for doing what you do, because most people would, I think if you think that you're gonna create a business and then sell it, but you're still doing it, how long has it been since you decided, I'll keep this company?
Well, I started Clicks Keyboard 2020 till 2021. Graphic design. I did graphic design for a year. I used to be a good graphic designer, and I worked for 1 year. And then 2021, 2022, Clicks Keyboards. And then 2022, roughly around February, or December actually, 2021 December, is the first sample that I got for Valor Gear. And that's where I decided I want to take it more seriously and go further. December 2021.
So it's been a very long time, and you've grown a lot. But I want to talk about something that you mentioned. No one in your family is a businessman, woman, or an entrepreneur. So from what you're telling me, you've always been trying to find your way of selling things.
Source of income.
Source of income. So what specifically sparked the idea of Valor Gear for you? What specifically you thought, you know what, I'm going to start Valor Gear and this is what I'm going to do?
I mean, it wasn't really something that I've had as a kid. I wanted to start a brand, or I want to become famous or any sort. I was never into becoming famous or becoming a businessman. The thing is that with Valor, as a Christian, for example, I don't really like wearing anything that's skeleton-wise, skulls. Anything that's dark, blood, all that Metallica type of stuff, that's not my thing. And the majority of products that are for teenagers are that stuff. Yeah. So if you want to build something pure yet mutual, where it's not really based on religion or culture, where it's general for everyone, so that's where the idea of Valor came up. And coincidentally, it wasn't really a purpose to be like that. Valor is 5 letters, and my name Vrimo is 5 letters, and it happened to be that V is V. It wasn't really intended until further along I realized that. So I was like, I'm gonna go with Valor because it represents bravery and courage, which what most people need right now, in all over the countries where problems are happening. So everyone needs to be brave and courageous. And I find that to be a mutual positive word. So it's not really directed towards anyone, and it wouldn't really be a bad thing if Valor is a brand, know. And something for Valor Gear is that we are the first company in the world to be a factory and a brand at the same time.
Wow.
Majority of the staff members from the Gladiator Summit loved the polo quality, and we even got testimonials. And behind camera, I was hearing people while we were shooting testimonials talking about the polo quality, and they loved it.
I mean, I love it. And also, that's a really interesting story. So now let's talk about Valor gear. It has a very strong, bold kind of feel to it.
Yep.
How did you come up with that name? How did you... Because I thought it was going to have something to do with Vrimo. Like you said, it does. But Valor gear, I don't...
Yeah, so technically, a majority of my life, I've been a fan of the Gladiator movie. When it first came out, I don't think I was even born. It was around 2006 or 8. I don't know when it came out, but my father was a fan of it, so I used to watch it with him on TV, and that was my thing. So the word gear came from inclusivity for everything. So Valor Gear does everything. We do clothing, we do printing, we do apparel, we do banners, we do flyers, we do everything. So and I don't really want to call it Valor clothing because it's not just clothing. I don't want to call it Valor items because we're not a food store.
Yeah.
So Valor Gear seemed unique, different, and the best way to do it was to be different and unique. The reason I went with Valor with VALOR rather than VALOUR, which is Valor, it's two different words. So originally Valor, which is just with an O without the U, is based on Old Latin.
Okay.
And even in my Bible is even mentioned like that, VALOR. And even historical books, when they were talking about the fighters back then in the Roman times, they were valorious, and it was without a U. So it's just the English translation that made it with a U, but originally it's without. And it's Valor, like it's like they had the hard R, like Sofia Vergara does in Modern Family. A similar concept here.
So having started multiple businesses, you have learned a lot. Can you share something that you've learned which has helped you shaped Valor Gear?
Yeah, so Valor Gear is the clothing thing that we do, which is the printing and the cotton and all of that. Yeah. But Valor Studios, for example, is a hobby of mine, which is becoming a film director. So shooting, studio, lights, camera, action, that's my thing. That's what I like to do. So I came up with the idea of Valor Studios is when I used to watch movies back then where the CEO or the rich man in the film had a whole dystopian city with everything under his name.
Yeah.
So you'd see, I don't know what enterprises, this enterprise, this enterprise, this enterprise. So it was my thing to build a whole dystopian thing where everything's under the name of Valor in a good way.
Yeah.
So if, for example, you see people in films, those rich people that have everything under the name as villains.
Yeah.
But in real life, we're not really villains. I mean, people who just want to make a living and change the world aren't really villains. So my idea was building another business to expand my hobbies and my potential source of income. Like, I don't really believe people who say focus on one thing, because what if I can focus on more than one thing? Don't generalize it to me.
Yeah.
I can focus on more than 2 or 3 things. I'm a good multitasker. So if someone else can't do it, maybe I can. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to go forward with it.
If you ever need an actor for any of your things.
I mean,
I got you.
On camera now, it's the first time you're hearing it. I'm sending you something after this. It's something I've been working on. I don't know when this is releasing, but...
3rd movie is coming out, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have heard all of the pros about Valor Gear, but I think what people don't normally talk about is the negatives. And I think that's something that we need to point out so other young entrepreneurs can also learn from our, mistakes and our challenges. So what challenges have you faced?
Oh, it's depressing. It's very depressing. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It never is, and I doubt it ever will be until I reach a stage where, Valor Gear is huge.
Yeah.
The first time I ever stressed about an order and I was really, really nervous and I almost didn't sleep at all and almost gave up was the Gladiator order. And I like to call it the best of the worst. The best of the worst, because it was the best order ever, yet the worst time ever to work. It was during my finals. I'm still in school, so it was during my finals, but I skipped school for a week. I didn't go to school for a week because for a whole week I was working until 3 to 4 a.m. just making sure each polo is perfect, and thank God it was.
It was amazing.
Yeah, you have no idea how much stress it put me through. We had issues with the manufacturer, so my original manufacturer couldn't work for me at this time because the quality that I used was very expensive quality, and it was a pure cotton with zero polyester in it. So I had to find a new manufacturer just 3 weeks before the Gladiator Summit.
Ooh.
So we've been working for almost 3 months. 3 weeks prior is where I find my manufacturer for the Gladiator Summit. So putting so much trust and pressure into a unknown supplier and unknown manufacturer and working with them for the first time to supply such big order that could never be backed up is too much stress. Too much stress.
Yeah.
I had sleepless nights. I had nightmares of waking up finding torn up polos. It was a nightmare. But thankfully, it went so good. And when I sent out the packages, I made sure everything was good and I sent them on time. I was so happy to see the smiles on people's faces just wearing the polos. It was so worth it.
You said you had your finals that week.
Yeah.
How would you balance school and what you do? Because I do acting and advertisements and stuff like that. I take time off of school to go to these casting calls and stuff like that. So I do have, like, I'll make up, when I go home, I'll make up the work that I missed during the day. But sometimes it does get hard balancing school life and work life and trying to keep it separate.
Yeah.
Do you try and keep it separate, and do you...
I keep it too separate. I have a big feeling one of my teachers is going to watch this. I don't study at home at all. And I even convinced my parents that I'm not going to study at home because my home is my relaxing place. It's my comfort zone. I will not stress in it. I will not work in it. I'm never home. I'm usually outside most of the time. So whenever I come back home, I just want to sleep or relax.
Yeah.
I don't want to stress about anything else. Thankfully, what I figured out that works for me, but I'm not recommending it for anyone else because it depends on their situation. What works for me is that I just focus in class. I listen, I focus. Sometimes I sleep during class because I had sleepless nights. But at the end of the day, I check what I have to finish in class, in school. I never have pending work outside of school. And if I do, I go back next day and just finish it in there. And thankfully, I have understanding teachers. So majority of the times where I skip due dates, I have time to remake them in class next time. For example, my English teacher is very open with me. So I go up to her and tell her, sorry, miss, I couldn't do this. I had this thing going on, but I make sure to finish it by tomorrow or the day after.
Okay.
And they're very open to it. And I'm thankful to have such open-minded teachers. Yet it's still difficult at this time where I was thinking to go homeschooling for my last year.
Yeah.
And
by the way, we would like to make it very clear, we are not saying that you should stay up late and sleep during school.
Yes.
What we're trying to say here is that sometimes it is hard managing school life and work life, and it is okay, we all struggle, but we're saying have your time management. Like, do what I do. I'm not saying that go home, stress out, and just, do all of your schoolwork. Just take it easy. But make sure, academics is so important. So make sure you are doing your schoolwork, please.
Yeah, so that's what I do with school. So probably last year, my next year is going to be homeschooling. And if not, the only reason I'm staying is just to share the moments with my senior year. It's not that I'm accepting anything that's being taught there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But there is barely any balance. No, I'm terrible at balance.
Yeah.
I'm just being straightforward. I'm terrible at balance. But that's what's working out for me. That's what I'm going to keep doing until I finish.
Yeah. For me, it's going to be different for everyone, by the way. For me, it's a lot different because my friends are very, very, very supportive of what I do. And I'm sure you have friends who are also supportive.
Well,
in a way.
I mean, in a way. The thing is, people look at you like you're doing something that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what if it is the time that I'm supposed to do it, and I have to look at you that you're not doing what you're supposed to do?
Exactly.
I mean, you compare generations like it's a bad thing. No, it's a perfect thing. But my parents and probably your parents as well, they used to work at this age in offices, and they used to get accepted. It's not like it was not allowed.
Yeah.
But now it's becoming like it's a optional thing for teenagers to get out of their bed or stop using their phones.
Yeah.
I completely go forward with technology. I'm not saying stop using your phone. Just use it wisely.
Yeah.
Use it for productivity, not just scrolling on reels.
Yeah. Like back to what I was saying. My friends are very supportive of what I do at JGK and this whole podcast and everything. And I kind of wouldn't really be here without them because it's a big thing. So I think that having that support is also like a very big part of everything. And your teachers being supportive, that's an amazing feeling to have, because I'm in the IB system. They're not that supportive. If it's due, it is due. You need to get it done there and then. But still, the teachers at my school are very, very understanding as well. And I think when I first started acting and I first started leaving school at times to go do my casting calls, the teachers were very understanding. They were like, yeah, we'll just give you the work.
You're lucky in that part. My parents would never let me go out of class for anything.
I would like to say a huge thank you to my mom. A huge thank you to my mom. She would take me out of class, take me to the multiple casting calls, and she does not like... as long as I do my work at home, she's like, it's fine. As long as you're up to date and you're getting good grades, which I do, then it's fine. You need to have that balance in your life. Now let's talk about Valor Gear. We have been talking about Valor Gear, but I mean the identity of Valor Gear. It has a very, strong identity, and in such a competitive industry, how do you think Valor Gear stands out to other companies?
Well, I don't market it as something that's affordable at all. Yeah. Well, with Valor Gear, as it does come with a pretty high cost. I mean, you're working with expensive materials, and nothing good comes cheap. Mm-hmm. So I'm not advertising it as something that's affordable for everyone, and I understand if not everyone can work with me. But at the same time, I want them to look at it as a form of investment. Now, the Gladiator Summit, I got an order from the Gladiator Summit from one of the guests for a polo.
Ooh.
From the staff. And I took permission, obviously. I took permission if I can do that. And I took permission from Shudayush. And I sold 2 polos from the staff polos to just guests.
Oh.
So it's only the matter of it's what you're investing in. It's not just about wearing what looks nice or feels nice. It's about what value you're putting in it.
Yeah.
So it's a polo that's 100% cotton, that saves your skin, that protects you from harmful materials. Thinking about it as something that's expensive and that just leaving it there isn't wise, really. Yeah. And that's the majority of the reasons why not everyone is a successful business owner.
Yeah.
Because they don't see the value in things that are expensive.
So do you think customers kind of just see your prices and be like, oh, I'm not going to...
The thing is, you have to sell something that's good quality and reasonable and logical at the same time.
I think that's where Temu and Shein do very well.
Exactly, that's why.
They sell their products for like 10 dirhams, 5 dirhams. It's very, very, very cheap. Quality, awful.
Worse than awful.
It rips after like a week.
I mean, usually my team of Valor Gear, I work on my own. For Valor Studios, I do have a partner in him. He doesn't invest, or it's not a partner as in partner, but I do have someone to help me out when needed for Valor Studios.
Yeah.
Whilst for anything else, I don't really want a partner in it. I just want my word to be the final word. And it's not really ignorance, because when it's my vision, I can't really get someone to do my vision.
Exactly, it's yours.
I mean, I do respect opinions and recommendations, and the person that keeps giving me tons and tons of opinions and recommendations is Miss Angela. And I always listen to them and follow to them. Always listen to them and follow them. Always. And I mean, who knows? Maybe she'll become a partner one day. Who knows? But the thing is, I'm not really a partner guy. But I don't mind having people work with me. I don't want to say for me. Work with me and help me grow this business and let them earn as well.
So do you have workers who like pack your things for you and ship them and things like that?
In the factory now. In the factory that we work with, there are some workers that do pack it and ship it and everything. But majority of the times I do it because I want to have my hands on it. Obviously, I can't do it all the time, especially when it comes to big orders. But when it is big orders, I'm always there. That's for sure. It's just not me doing all the work. You get me?
Yes, I get it.
Yeah.
Also, let's go back to the conversation of customers. With customers, social media plays a very big role in getting customers. And I think for me, I don't sell anything, but if I'm being honest, I would not be here if it wasn't for me posting on social media. Like
exactly,
when I made my neuroscience videos and then I met Miss Angela and she went through the account and she saw what I did and she was like, you're very good at public speaking, and gave me these opportunities. Social media, I always think about this. Social media has such a big impact on our life.
If done correctly.
If done correctly.
If done correctly.
If done correctly. So how do you think social media has helped you and your brand?
Surprisingly, the Valor Gear page, I mean, by now where this video is being posted, this podcast, it's around, we're almost at 1,000 followers for Valor Gear, which is not really much.
It's okay. 1,000 is 1,000.
Thank you. But that 1,000, one of them reached me here, and which is Mr. Daryush himself.
Yes.
I mentioned that in my previous podcast. The way that I'm here, the reason I'm here right now is, I mean, all thanks to God, is Mr. Daryush texted the Valor Gear page where I don't even check DMs there because I always work personally on my own account. I opened the message just 7 hours after he sent it. And for starters, I thought it was a robot because usually, I mean, thank you, I love you, Mr. Daryush. But for a moment, I thought that message was a robot because I found a blue tick marked guy and someone with 3 million followers texting me. Like, when does that happen? You know, like, when does that happen?
Vrimo.
Yeah, but it all happened in such a weird way. I'll tell you that. I'll wrap the story up. Adam Edin is a good friend of mine from Virgin Radio, the chosen one. He had a fight on Social Knockout 3, and his opponent is my neighbor, was my neighbor.
A small world.
What a small world we live in. So I'm not into MMA, I'm not into boxing, and I went with my friend to one of the face-offs with Adam Edin in Mall of the Emirates. And there I met Adam Edin, I shook his hand, hi, your name is Vrimo, blah, blah, blah. Listen, no matter what my friend does, I'm not really into that whole beef drama thing. Just like to get to know you, maybe we'll hang out, blah, blah, blah.
Aww.
After the fight, Adam won. I texted him, and that's the time where I started my Valor talks. It was during the interviews in Social Knockout 3.
Yes, I watched the interview.
Thank you. I interviewed Adam. I interviewed most of the fighters there. And I invited him to do a podcast with me. So surprisingly, he accepted. And, you know, knowing Adam Edin from Virgin Radio, it's very difficult to get such people on a podcast.
Yes.
So I was like, wow, someone who has almost 0 followers for Valor Talks getting Adam Edin on it. That's crazy. Adam Edin comes, we finish the podcast. After the podcast, he tells me, I want to place an order from Valor Gear. I'm thankful. I mean, like, okay, thank you for ordering. And it's like a regular thing for me. Like, oh, thank you for ordering. I appreciate it. And that's it. End of discussion. He places a tank top order. I send it to him, all of the Emirates. I take the photo. I post the photo. All he did was just repost it on his story. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Kayan Sudi, son of Angela Sudi and Daryush Sudi.
Your best friend in the whole entire galaxy. He's gonna hate me for saying that.
Yeah, almost around that. Yeah. Checks out Adam's story and sees the Gladiator logo, which is the Valor Gear logo. He goes and shows it over to his dad, and his dad thinks of suing me. Someone's stealing our logo.
Yeah.
Someone's stealing our brand. And I don't know what's going on. I'm just chilling. It was during summer, so I'm like, okay, I have nothing to do in the summer. I never do anything in the summer. So I'm just chilling there. And then a couple of months later, I get that message from Mr. Daryush telling me, hey, this is my brand. Let me know if we can work together. Wow. And here we are now. I was so honored. And I feel that social media can be a perfect tool to grow when done correctly. Although I don't recommend it for kids under the age of 12. And that's my opinion.
I think if you are young, because I started making videos when I was 13.
That's the time people should start.
That is the time when you should start.
Yeah.
You are old enough to know what you want to do at that point.
Also, as long as it's supervised by a parent.
Yes, please have your parents running your accounts, especially if it's Instagram, because Instagram...
Don't check the comments, guys.
The comments, they will say it how it is. If they think your content is cringy, if they think your content is not good...
Inside thoughts.
Yeah, they say whatever comes to mind, they will say it how it is. So please have a parent running your social media account. It is also very important that you ignore the negative comments, because you will get them eventually. There will be somebody who's like, oh my god, you're cringy, oh my god, you're annoying, oh my god, you're this. And
in my case, it doesn't happen on social media. It just happens face to face.
There's always going to be someone, whether it's social media, face to face, family, friends. It's always going to be someone. At the end of the day, they are jealous.
101%.
Yeah, digital presence, that it has a huge impact on businesses, companies, and generally just us. So, to wrap it up, where do you see yourself or Valor Gear in 5 years from now?
I mean, at this point, we're taking the JGK further.
Yes, I would like to say I am a part of the JGK team.
Yes, everybody in the studio right now is part of the JGK.
Yes, we have Haya as well.
She's
Am
right
I allowed
here.
to call Haya up? Haya,
Come here.
Haya. This is Haya.
Yeah.
She's also a part of the JGK team. And then we
Yeah.
have Amir, who is
Who's
our
behind
cameraman
camera.
for the JGK
We'll just
team.
add his photo in it.
So,
Add your own photo on it.
we're all a JGK family.
All JGK family. So what I see myself doing is that, so I finished pitching the summer camps for Miss Angela, and that's an idea that I got because I want to take this further. I want to take Kidpreneur huge because the mindset that we're feeding kids or planting seeds in the kids is so pure and it's so needed that it's very rare. So what I see myself doing in 5 years is working with Junior Gladiator Kidpreneurs, probably working with programs such as being their supplier, their partner, because I don't mind losing a deal that's a 10,000 dirham deal. I just want to work with people that are for a good cause, a good positive impact. I would never be working. I choose my clients.
Yeah.
I'm at the stage where I can choose who I work with, and if I lose somebody, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know, I know who I'm working with now. I know who's my family right now, the JGK, and from 5 years from now, I just see myself running it to a point where I can do what I love, which is directing. I want to make films, and I'm working on a big one right now. So that's what I'm
there, guys.
Yeah, you'll see her there. So that's what I'm working on now, and I don't know. I mean, it's always God's plan. Previous podcast, Miss Angela asked me what I want to do in 10 years, and I told her my dream, which is automobiles. But now that I think of it, it changed because I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know I was gonna be here now. I don't know. I don't know anything about the JGK.
That's very deep.
I don't know what I was gonna do in the JGK. So all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna leave it to God. He can take full control. I'm giving him the approval. God, take control. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Vrimo, this has been an amazing conversation.
Thank you.
And I would like to say that I've been able to see you grow into the person you are.
Thank you.
We weren't close when you first.
I don't know who she was. She
I
was
had
just
no
she
idea
was just
who
putting
he was.
she was putting nuts in a bag. That's all I saw her doing. I don't know.
I was stocking up the bags for people, and I was welcoming
If
people.
you have a
and saying
Gladiator
hi.
Summit tote bag, just make sure that it's a chance that Amna's the one that packed it up for you.
I did, and I made sure to put in extra nuts for all of you guys. Please don't tell Miss Angela. So there you go. Yes, this has been an amazing conversation. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm
You're doing an amazing job as a host, by the way. I'm impressed. I mean, I would prefer Miss Angela, but
okay. It's been an amazing thing to see you grow, and
Thank you.
I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day you'll need to be interviewed again.
You'll never know. In
Never
3
know.
years, Miss Angela, we could redo this
We
interview.
can do a redo, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So, would you like to shout anybody out? Any friends, family?
JGK, Miss Angela, Mr. Dariush.
Yes.
Somebody called Amna, I don't know who she is. Stella, Kayan, Zahra, Ziba, Haya.
I was patiently waiting for her name.
I almost forgot her, thankfully. They are my family. They are who I love. They are who I love spending time with. That's the reason why I'm doing the summer camp in the first place. I just want to stay closer to you guys.
Aww.
I don't have any friends. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
That's who I want to give a shout out to, Miss Angela. She is truly a remarkable person. I have never in my life someone who was like her.
Yes.
Never. She is the perfect mom boss.
Yes.
The perfect.
We love you so much, Miss Angela.
We love you, Miss Angela.
So much.
We really do.
Anyways, and to our listeners, make sure you follow us on all of our JGK platforms.
Please.
And make sure you subscribe to the
Subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe to the JGK podcast to learn more about young entrepreneurs and their stories and their journeys. And as always, never underestimate the power of the mind. Until next time, keep dreaming big.